What was your "I was only gone X minutes, what the hell happened" story? Brazil suddenly conceded 5 goals. I grew up in the country. One day in high school, I came home, made myself a snack, and then went back outside to eat my snack on the deck. When I got home, the yard was empty. When I came back out, there was a zebra in the yard. And that's how we found out the new neighbors ran an exotic animal petting zoo, and that they weren't very good at it. They lived there for a couple years, and we got really nonchalant about that zebra getting out. My grandma came to visit once and came in all in a tizzy about it. I think it was even more shocking when our response was basically, "That damn zebra again." My grandmother lived in the middle of nowhere but had a couple neighbors. One decided to raise alpacas. You have not lived till you have seen an overweight redneck animal control officer in shorts chase after an angry alpaca with a catch pole. For like an hour. Twice. I nearly hit a Bengal tiger on highway when the Muskingum County Exotic Zoo release happened 5 years ago here in East Ohio. Talk about being confused. Went to work one day. I literally lived right across the street from my job, so I walked to work each day. By the time I got to work, my boss told me I needed to go back home. It was an emergency. Apparently my power had been cut off, my stepdad had flipped and scared the shit out of my siblings, and attempted to kill my pregnant mom. I think I need to know how this all shook out. The power department came out and cut off our power due to non-payment of bills. My stepdad started screaming and cussing about it, which scared my siblings. My mom got into an argument with him, telling him to calm down and demanding to know why the power was cut off. He revealed that instead of paying our bills, he'd been blowing all of our money on pot. This led to more arguing. Stepdad got angrier and started choking my mom, which is when my siblings called my job to have me come home. I had to fight him off. We all got out of the house, went back across the street and called the cops. This was before cell phones were common. First day of summer break after grade 7, I went to a skate park with a few friends, and one of their dads drove us all. He went to get a coffee and said, "Don't break anything until I get back," and I did not listen. I went down a quarter pipe and broke both my radius and ulna on my first try. He got back and I was sitting on a bench holding my crooked arm. I was in middle school. I went to the bathroom because the lesson was boring me out of my mind. I was 12. And stayed there for 10 minutes. While I was returning to class, I saw 2 cops dragging 2 of my classmates. They were handcuffed and visibly terrified. Found out some time later that they were arrested for drugs, and the cops came in the class and handcuffed them right there. First year high school, my friend did the same thing, 10 minutes of bathroom break. When he came back, the teacher was projecting Nord from his laptop. There was a lot of screaming. Left the mail room to go get my wipes to clean off the scanner glass. Was gone 3 minutes. Came back to find the entire mailroom coated in toner, and a toner-covered coworker just standing there looking confused and alarmed. Never even asked, just went to get our boss to go deal with it. I was watching TV and went to my room to get my phone charger. I was gone max 2 minutes. When I got back, a goat was on the coffee table. It scared the shit out of me. Where do you live where goats just appear on coffee tables? I guess I should have mentioned that I was spending a few weeks with my grandparents, and they own a farm. But they never had any goats, nor did anyone near them. My ex drank too much white wine one night. After we got back to my apartment, I quickly went down the street to grab him some Gatorade or whatever. I was gone maybe 10 minutes tops. My brother calls me up, we lived together at the time, while I'm walking back and angrily tells me, "You need to get back here now!" No details about what's wrong or anything. So I walk into the door of our apartment to find my ex passed out, completely naked. He had clothes on when I left, on the floor between our bathroom and kitchen. My brother pointed ominously toward the bathroom. In the 10 or so minutes I was gone, my ex had somehow managed to smear shit all over himself and every surface in my bathroom. We're talking everywhere. The sink, the shower curtain, the back of the door, the walls, the toilet, even his hair and face, all covered in shitty handprints. It took me the rest of the night to bleach the hell out of everything. I've never seen anything like it in my whole life, and it haunts me to this day. I experienced being hunted by a tow truck in Chicago. A friend and I were delivering a couple big monitors to his apartment. We pulled around behind the building, but he didn't have the key for the back door, so we quick ran around front and came out the back door of his apartment to see the car gone. Like not going, or the tow truck loading up the car. It was gone. We couldn't have taken more than 90 seconds. Tow drivers can hook a car and be gone in like 20 seconds. Yes, I learned the hard way. But I was also being stalked. It's a scam as far as I'm concerned. They basically steal your car and hold it hostage. The worst part is that it took me a few days to even figure out where it was, and in the meantime they charged me outrageous storage fee. Like they were doing me a fucking favor or something. Oh, and they stole some expensive sunglasses. Back in 2008, when everyone was getting $600 tax rebate checks in the mail, I left mine unopened on my coffee table, went to use the restroom, and when I got back I saw the envelope chewed in half and my dog nowhere to be seen. Somehow my miniature dachshund puppy got up on the coffee table, picked through all my other mail to find this specific one, chew it up and run under a bed, all in about 1 minute. I had to tell that my dog chewed up my rebate check, which was funny. Turned away from a closed pizza box to get plates. Turned back and my cat was running off with a piece. Just last night, after putting the kids to bed and having a bit of a workout, my wife told me to shower off and get to the bedroom. I jumped in the shower, scrubbed up, rinsed, and was out in a matter of minutes. She was already asleep. There's nothing more fun than trying to go to sleep once the launch sequence has been initiated. Fell asleep on the couch for like 10 minutes, I swear. Woke up to mayhem. 2 toddlers had scribbled all over the walls. The younger one had begun scribbling with crayon, and the older one became upset he was breaking the rules. So she grabbed a pencil and began marking gigantic X's as large as she could make. "You cannot draw here or here or here!" I woke up to the entire first floor covered in pencil X's and crayon scribbles everywhere. I was cooking dinner one night. I let the dog off his lead in the backyard and went back to cooking. I was only gone for 2 minutes. When I went back outside, the neighbor's bull mastiff killed my dog and was making his escape. I was too stunned, too hurt to do anything. I reported the neighbor to animal control and the offending dog was taken away. Ever since it's been a daily contest of wills. Me wanting to throw bricks at the guy's house. I have an internal conflict every day, months later, and still do. He was the best dog I ever owned. I live above the pizza place that I work at. I'm also full-time in college. Last night they called me in just for an hour or two to help close. No big deal. I walked up the stairs and into my apartment. There was new decorations everywhere. My furniture was gone, and my bedroom door was open. I screamed holy fuck and kicked open the door to see who was in my room. I was only gone for an hour. How could someone move in and move out all my shit? As I made contact with the girl laying in bed watching Netflix, I realized I was on the 2nd floor, not the 3rd floor. I simply said, "Oops, wrong room," and ran back to my room. I'm going to go down today and apologize for scaring that poor girl half to death at 11 p.m. Do you have a similar story? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.